Hold on, I can't start the episode without asking this. Where are you looking at, my guy?
What do you mean? I'm looking at the camera.
Is that the camera you're looking at?
Yes.
Bro, look at the screen, bro. Look at the camera.
I mean, the camera is on my screen, so I don't know what to tell you.
Okay, it's like you're like this, bro. It's like you're looking at something upstairs. Like, look straight.
I mean, let me try this.
That's better. That's better. That's better. I can't start. I can't start with this, bro.
How about now?
Right. Yeah, that's better, bro. Because it was like you're like this, bro.
Anyways, people, 54 seconds just elapsed of him telling me that I'm not looking into the camera. But yeah, everybody, welcome back in the game today.
Welcome, guys. Welcome back.
You know,
welcome
I
back to
am
another
Karen once again.
Another episode of the game today with Claret and Malcolm. He is Claret, I am Malcolm, and we bring to you another fun episode concerning the basketball and the current updates that are happening in the league. You know, the second best league of sports in the world, which is known as the NBA. So,
what do you mean second base, cuz?
Because the best is NFL, baby.
You're crazy, man. Bro, what? Go back to... Bro, NBA is the first... Bro, anyway, no, but hey, yo, don't listen to this, man. But what? The NFL... Anyways,
NFL,
keep going, but yeah, we're going to come back to this one. You can't be saying that about the NBA.
Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe, to like, to share, to follow, and to comment everything as social media concern. Don't forget to do that and support us. So, guys, how are we doing today? Claret, how are you doing? And before we get into the Celtics Cavs game, let's talk about the Warriors. What happened, bro? What happened?
Bro, you didn't even ask me how I'm doing. You went straight to the Warriors. That's how you hate them.
What happened, my guy? What happened? ¿Qué pasa?
Now, I think this is their second loss. Handed by
there is no it's the second loss, bro.
Handed by the Clippers. That's what I'm saying. Oh. They've lost to the Clippers all the two games.
Yeah, so, bro. I told you that was just the Clippers.
And I don't think it's.
Norman Powell always plays well. Every time I watch Clippers play Warriors, Norman Powell plays well, and they always beat the Warriors in clutch time. So what's going on? What's wrong? What's happening?
I think we got beat by Zubac.
Zubac played well today.
I mean, not really well, but just because of his presence and pick and roll, we don't have coverage for him because of his size, right? You put Luka Looney against him, he's just gonna throw that hook. Everybody is small for him, right? He's 7-something. The tallest guy we have on our team, I think, is 6'10", 6'9", right? So it's always a tough coverage for them. And then you add on James Harden, the pick and roll with Zubac kind of sinks every defender because you want to help whoever is against Zubac. And now when you kick it out, Norman Powell is not gonna miss that three, and that's what killed the Warriors in the game. And then towards the end, I know they subbed out Zubac because we're going at him offensively because he couldn't guard the pick and roll. Steph was just going by him every time. I think what beat us again in that fourth quarter, because we kind of came back and put it within, I think, 2, if not took the lead. It was just Steph Curry being picked on by James Harden again defensively. And you know James Harden, he's just going to read through, get fouls and all that. But I do think that they're such a bad matchup for the Warriors, size-wise and athleticism.
Matchups again. Here we go.
I'll say it again. I'm about to say it with the Cavs and the Celtics. So you just got to have to learn about this matchup.
You love matchups, my guy. Bro, matchups is going to happen in every game. So I don't know what you mean, bro.
No.
It's the whole point of basketball.
Do you know why Denver Nuggets wins games every time Joker is on the floor and loses when he's not?
Why?
I'll answer it when we get to them.
Because
you understand why matchups are very important.
Well, but you can't say because he's big, because his other teammates are also big. I mean, whenever they play OKC, every person in OKC is small.
Okay, let me break it to you, right? Let me break to you when it comes to matchups. So The Warriors versus the Clippers, right?
Mm.
When you go small as a Clipper, right, you are able to march because you can just switch everything. Batum can guard Steph Curry. Um, who else could? Everybody else who was on the floor could guard Steph Curry, right? But when Zubac was on the floor, it's a bad matchup because if Steph goes on in a pick and roll, Zubac is not gonna be able to switch on Steph. And if he
Mm.
doesn't switch, you know what Steph will do. Or if you switch, you know what Draymond will do on that role, and then the robe
Yeah.
on the weak guy. Right. So the matchup is always about if I can match your personnel, and no one of you has advantage over the rest of our guys, then my matchup is great with you. But if one of our players has something over you people, we're just gonna run it again and again. And you might think, oh, but he's not scoring. No, but what he's doing is he creating the wall because now like all of a sudden the whole defense collapses when they do the pick and roll and he can kick out open threes or just double team and then open layups, right? So that's what I'm talking about when I say matchup. I don't know what you understand there, but they're so important in this game.
I see. Well, the Warriors had their chance to come back. I
They
mean, for the
did.
last 2 minutes, Clippers didn't score a single point, and Warriors weren't able to come back. Like it's crazy. Like they didn't score. Like didn't know how crazy that is.
It's
Warriors were
crazy.
also missing. They were disorganized as well. And I mean, you saw the very last play. The very last play.
Everybody was on
Um,
Steph.
Gary Payton stole the ball from James Harden. He went. Then they missed a three. Then they got a three again, and then they missed
Yep.
again. Yeah, I was like,
I
these
mean,
guys
because
could
I
take their
think I
time.
think there was also like Steph. If Gary Payton was not on that place because he took the last shot, if it was the guy right next to him, Lindy Waters, that was splash.
Oh, Steph.
No, no. So Steph, remember like the last shot before the
Then
last
Steph,
shot, Steph had
Steph
it
hit the shot.
in the corner, not in the corner, but like like type of corner, but not corner. And every Clipper went all the way to Steph. Every defender,
Yeah,
was
you have
running,
to do
and
that.
Steph had no chance, but he passed it.
He
But
passed it. Yeah.
then, yeah, Gary Payton was right next to the guy that Steph wanted to pass the ball to, who was Lindy Waters, the guy who's been shooting the three for them. I think he's been shooting 50 percentage on at least 5 attempts, which is such a high level percentage in the NBA. But then all of a sudden, Gary Payton is in the way. 3 seconds, you gotta shoot it. He shoots it in and out, and that's the game. But if he did, I thought we were playing so good in that fourth quarter that
Yeah, you had,
if
oh, you
he
had the
tied it,
momentum for the whole like
yeah, if he
last
tied it,
2 minutes.
we were going to win overtime.
I'm not
But
sure. Nah, you guys. So. You talked about matchups. So, so whereas all has matchups against freaking Utah Jazz, Toronto Raptors, Washington Wizards. This is the only matchups you guys have against because every time Warriors plays a big team, they always struggle to win. So
yeah,
and they
because we
always
don't
have
have any pick.
then you always come matchups. So okay, matchups against Clippers today you lost again. Clippers didn't have Kawhi. Now when Kawhi comes back and you lose again, you feel like Kawhi is
No, no, no.
unguardable.
So
And
think
again,
about it. If Kawhi
uh,
comes, listen, if Kawhi comes, that's even bad because Kawhi can play the five.
Kawhi is good.
Exactly. So they don't need even Zubac. So that's even worse for us. So think about this way: we beat the Celtics, right? That's the only team everybody says we beat. But if Christos Porzingis was there, we lose that game.
And Jalen Brown.
100%. I don't think. Well, Jalen is big, but we do have matchup for him. We don't really have a problem with him. I think the
Mm,
problem would have been
the,
if they
the,
had
last,
another bigger than.
the last time you said that you lost by 52 points, so I think you should calm down on
But
that.
Christos Porzingis was
Um,
there. That's what I'm
mm,
saying. If Christos
mm,
Porzingis is there, we lose. Think about this.
right,
We beat the
right,
Thunder. I'm just reminding
yeah.
every team we beat. We beat the Thunder, right? And when
What did
Chet
the
went
Warriors do
out,
the Thunder?
we dominated. But when Chet was inside, oh shoot, we were having trouble, right? So you gotta understand every big team is gonna give us trouble all the time.
Warriors hasn't played Thunder.
Yes, we
You
have.
guys
We
haven't
beat
played,
them.
you guys haven't played Thunder. Nah? Trailblazers, Utah Jazz, Clippers, Pelicans, Rockets, Wizards, Celtics, Cavs. Oh, Thunder. Oh, nice. Nice. But Thunder didn't play well. I'm pretty sure they didn't play
They
well.
actually
Because if
did.
they
They
played
almost.
well,
Remember, you sent me a message saying that we blew a 20-point lead, and then came back
yeah,
to win again, right? So, look, man, the Warriors are good. They're doing really well. I think they have the luxury to
they're not
lose
good. They're
one
decent.
game.
They're decent. They're decent. They
I
are
mean,
50
I
50.
can't say decent for a team that is on top of the list in the West. So,
Nah, you've only played lottery teams, my guy. Lottery
so
teams.
what? People forget
Lottery,
that the more,
bro,
look,
bro,
do you know how much
bro.
chemistry now the Warriors have?
So, nah. So you're saying because you're in fact, you guys are not even on top after losing to yesterday. Let me check. Apparently,
If
because you're on
Thunder
top of the West.
won today, they are on
See,
top.
Thunder is on top of the league.
But we,
Thunder,
we like
Warriors,
this.
Lakers.
We like this.
No, Thunder is a game ahead of you.
We gotta get that one the next game, so don't worry.
But see, Warriors always struggles against big teams. That's the problem with Warriors for some
That,
reason.
that I that I agree. I agree. I think we do still need because look, they went for there is a big we have. I think they sent him to the G League. They thought he would, produce a little bit. But the second thing is that we still have roster roster sport that we can bring in a big that can just come and probably if we play people like Lakers or games like with the
Check this out.
Phoenix
Check this out. Check this out.
Clippers.
Warriors is going to lie to you. They're playing the Hawks next. That's a win. Pelicans. That's a win. Spurs. That's a win. Nets. That's a win. So those are like the next 4 games until the end of the month. Probably wins. But you guys will probably be on top or like second or third. And then you get lied to. And then after that, you're playing Thunder, the Suns, the Nuggets, the Timberwolves, Grizzlies. You guys are going to lose to all those games. And now you'll be
No,
like, we didn't have
look,
matchups then. We didn't have matchups.
I do know all the time we play. So I don't know that all the time we play the what do you call it? The Timberwolves. Naz Reid is going to destroy us. But I do think that was last year. But this year, when I look at our roster, and look, man, last year our coach was drunk. I don't know what he was on, the whiskey or
Clearly,
whatever.
because of what he did to Jason Tatum. So clearly, I will believe that.
He was drunk a little bit, right? But I think now with the coaching staff, they have Stackhouse and Jerry. I think we have a better way of making decisions compared to last year. So if we play teams like Timberwolves, I'm expecting a Kuminga, Wiggins, Tress Jackson Davis, Steph, and Draymond Green. Steph is the only shooter out there, right? And they play off of the athleticism because you can't beat the Timberwolves if you go with your small lineup because they
Yeah,
got Nasri.
Warriors is heavily carried by Steph. Like it's like Lakers and Anthony Davis. But the thing about Lakers is without Anthony Davis, you can still win with LeBron. But Warriors without Steph, it's like it's
I am
bad.
not going to
It's
answer that question simply because you
bad.
disrespected. Listen, Steph Curry is playing under 29 minutes per game. Do you know what that tells me? That tells me that he's not carrying the team. Because I know everybody will come in the fourth quarter, they will see he's going off. But where were
Yeah,
you
well,
for the first 3 quarters?
without him, you don't win. And games are won in the fourth quarter. So, they are heavily led by
But
Steph Curry.
exactly, but if he doesn't get rest in the first 3 quarters, he doesn't play in the fourth. Or he's gonna play with eaten legs, so he's not gonna play well. But sometimes, Malcolm, Steph stays on the bench at least more minutes than
Yeah,
some guys, than Draymond.
yeah.
So
You mean
really,
against
man,
teams
look,
like
I think he's got help a little bit.
yeah. You mean against teams like the Atlanta Hawks? Yeah, cool. Anyways,
Malcolm, if we beat the Lakers, I'm flying all
yeah.
the way to the
Let's
rest
talk
of the
about
world.
Draymond Green. Draymond Green. Apparently, what I saw on national TV today on ESPN, people are saying Draymond Green should have been ejected for what he did. Other
For
people are saying
what?
he should have got a flagrant foul. Other people are saying that he should be suspended for the play on Zakidi.
Izakidi?
He was in Zakidi. He was in Purdue University. I remember Taylor Jenkins came out yesterday and he was pissed because he could have. It was like an ugly play for Zakidi. What do you think should be his punishment? Because people are saying he should have deserved to be ejected. Other people are saying he should have deserved to be suspended because he could have easily gone bad because he held his on his Achilles tendon, like his
So
ankle area.
first of all, Malcolm, listen to this, right? Look, you gotta. I don't know how much you follow the rivalry between the Grizzlies and the Warriors since 2022 when we beat them in the in the playoffs, and they hit Gary Payton on the head. And they I think they did eject the Brook. What is his name? The guy in the Rockets, Brooks, something.
DJ Brooks, that
Yes.
guy, bro.
Exactly. He's the guy who started the whole rivalry, right? And now,
like you. That guy, bro. He's always
but whenever
fighting.
we play the Grizzlies right now, they want to go at something. They want to just get a little bit something, right? Even their coaching staff last year, they had a whole incident, right? Where the coach fell down and everybody's like, bro, nobody touched it. It was like, yo, they pushed me, blah, blah, blah. But look, this is what happened. I was watching the game myself. So Draymond was pushed, he falls over, right? And Zach Edey literally goes over his shoulder, right? But Draymond did not reach with his hand to catch his leg. Zach Edey's leg got stuck in. Listen to me. Listen, I can bring the play right here. I can bring the. You want me to put it here? But it got stuck right here. But listen, this is why people were going at Draymond Green because he kind of held him, right? He didn't let go. He just held him like this, but he wasn't reaching to grab the leg, right?
It was.
Bro, I just feel like the media just wants something, a soundbite every time to go at somebody. And in this case, they want to go at Draymond Green so badly. I don't know, bro.
Yeah.
Look, that's not a dirty play.
It could have been. That's why Taylor Jenkins
could, but it wasn't. Why are we thinking about what could have been the past?
Why did he hold the leg?
Okay, why was he pushed? If we go into the whole thing, we blame the officiating.
Bro, it doesn't matter what happens before. What happens?
Which means it doesn't matter that he held his leg.
No, it
because
doesn't
he wasn't actually a dirty play.
Because it's undergoing an investigation, that place. So whatever the NBA decides, so don't blame what the NBA decides because your actions define your consequences are defined from what your actions are. So I mean that could have been a dirty play. So if because of Draymond, they're going to look at plays. He's a repeat offender, and our coach Shannon Sharp, just to cite him, he's a repeat offender. So on the other hand, you look at it like they may punish him with a 10-game suspension, so he stops doing such weird acts.
Hold up a little bit. You want to suspend Draymond for 10
injured?
He's
a 7-foot person. It's his ankle. He pulled it. He held it.
What is wrong with you, man? Listen to me, Malcolm. Hold up right now. This bothers me. Right, last year he stepped on Sabonis' chest. Why did he? Because he grabbed his ankle. Sabonis didn't get a freaking take. He didn't even get something of a suspension of 1 game.
Yeah, well, what
but
about
here we are saying that because of Zagiri's ankle got held in his armpits, now we're gonna suspend Draymond Green. People are stupid, man. What?
Well, so you're saying that Draymond should get a pass because people they're never calling fouls against him, but always calling fouls for him.
So there was never a dirty play. It was just a leg got held into his armpits, literally.
Well,
but now you call it. Man, look, this is what I'm saying, Malcolm. I don't know what is wrong with the media, with the Kendrick Perkins and everybody. But what do I feel like simply because the Warriors is having success right now, everybody's
no, you guys don't have any success. Forget about that. That's a wrong word to use. That's a wrong word to use. Forget about that, bro. Beating small teams isn't success. But that's a wrong word. Change of vocabulary. But the whole reason why people don't like Draymond is because he gets away with a lot of things. So you talk about like if he doesn't get away with things, but you see that Draymond talks to referees, bro. No, other players get technicals for that, but they always give Draymond a pass because of how he talks about them and because the referees are scared of like changing the whole game and they know that if Warriors doesn't have Draymond Green, Warriors is going to lose, so they sort of give him a pass. So Draymond knows that, and so he always taunts the referees. Other players always get ejected for this. But that's why the referee
Can
said
I
he's
ask
trying to
you a
give him
question,
a pass.
Malcolm?
But this one, yeah, you gotta call that, man. This is a bad
Let me
play. That
ask
was
you
a
a
bad
question.
play. That was a bad
Let me
play.
ask you a question.
What about the strangle? Talk about that.
Before that,
What about
right?
the kick? The kick into the Montes'
For who? For
urine.
Sabonis?
Yeah, that kick.
Oh no, that was crazy. That was absolutely crazy.
What about
He
the
literally
chokehold?
wanted to end his
The
life.
chokehold. What about the chokehold? So his history is defining his actions. So I wouldn't be
But
surprised
okay,
if the game
so
game's
again,
conclusion.
Malcolm, right? Listen, when you go to the chokehold, I'm still like, why didn't we? Because he was protecting Clay, right? But then the other thing is like, the problem is whenever Draymond Green is involved, everything is aggravated. But I don't
Yeah,
think that's the
rightly
right
so.
thing to do
Rightly
because
so.
listen to
I
me,
agree.
everybody gets to change. By this time, Draymond would have been had about 7 technicals, but now he has only 2. That's a change, man. Draymond hasn't been talking to the referees like he's been in the past. But let me ask you a question, Malcolm. You coming at Draymond Green saying that he gets away with speaking about the referees, right?
Yeah,
But let me
he
talk
does.
to me. Talk to me here. Have you seen how LeBron talks to the referees? Simply because he's a superstar, so nobody looks at it.
LeBron doesn't talk to referees
LeBron
anymore.
yells throughout the whole arena. Cameras on my laptop, I can hear him yell.
Not to the referees, bro. He yells to his coaching staff, not to the referees.
He goes at
LeBron
referees.
doesn't do that.
Amen. Listen to me. For this matter, tomorrow I'll release a video of comparison of Draymond Green
Sure,
yelling at the ref
sure.
versus LeBron yelling at the ref.
LeBron doesn't do that, bro. LeBron plays well.
Oh my
Draymond
God.
plays ugly. Have you ever seen LeBron with a history of kicking people?
Have you ever seen the LeBron flopping errors? You know, he never
LeBron
gets
doesn't
fouled.
flop anymore. LeBron is always trying to look for charges, which is
Hell
different from
no.
flopping. He's trying to look for
You
offensive
cannot
fouls.
listen to me,
These are
Malcolm.
different.
LeBron has power. LeBron carries the NBA. So of course he's
That's
gonna get
true.
away with speaking to the referees. Why can't Draymond? Come on,
Nah.
man. Anyways, we've talked
Yeah,
about Draymond again.
but Draymond has done the right to speak and referees to fear him. So let's give him that. He's a full-time champion. But you know your actions define your consequences. And I hope the league can punish him because that could have been a dirty play. Anyways,
Malcolm,
I
Malcolm,
hope,
you
I hope.
mad.
Because he needs to stop doing these actions, bro. They're dangerous plays. They're dangerous plays.
It's funny because
Dangerous.
they have kicked him below the belt twice now this year, and nobody gets
Well,
charged with that.
they let him sue the refs, but not injure some other player.
You can't do it because like the ref would realize, oh, it's happening to him now, right? We're gonna call it like we called against him. But I don't see why they don't do it. But anyways, hey man, I don't think deserve any technicals or any ejections or any game suspension because of that Zach Edey play, right? It's not even close. And I hope the NBA
Yeah.
understands
Well,
this.
Stephen A thinks he should have been ejected. Shannon Sharp thinks he should have been ejected. Kendrick Perkins thinks he should have been ejected with a fine and with a suspension.
Bro, man, this is
So,
getting on my nerve right now.
yeah,
And that
yeah, but he needs to be
this is the
careful.
same reason
Anyway,
I don't watch
we'll move
I
on.
don't watch some of those NBA stuff, man. Like NBA TV people speak. I'm like, hey man, I don't know what you say right now. If you watch the
I
game,
just hope Joe Dumas does the right thing and gives him the right, anything he does, it will be in Joe Dumas's hands. So, and there'll be no one to blame apart from Draymond. So, let him be careful. To be careful with NBA players and not injure them. Yeah. So, because if someone takes out him as well, someone takes him out, Warriors is going to miss the playoffs, even the playing, just like what happened last year. Anyways, we'll move on. Clarets, the Celtics played the Cavs today. The Celtics won the game by 3 points. What do you think of the game? Let's first hear your opinion.
hey man, look, what a way to come out and declare that you're still the NBA champ. Right?
Hmm.
You are the defending NBA champions and you deserve all the credit. Just like I told you last year, I think last pod, I told you that the Celtics will figure out the defensive breakdowns, and I think they did today. What I thought about the game in particular is that not only is Jason Tatum making a very big case for his MVP this year,
MVP.
I I think I think, and we've been saying this all the time, regardless of their struggle. I think the Celtics, they're the team to beat, regardless of who you are.
Yeah.
Um, and then coming back to the Cleveland Cavaliers, I thought that they could have done better. You know, uh, you look at how they've been playing in the past. I think today they broke down because not only could Jalen Brown guard Mitchell or what is his name,
Darius.
Darius Garland, it was tough to get into their action. So they were forced to do more one-on-one stuff. The
Darius
ball
Garland was
wasn't
like 3 for
moving.
19. He was awful.
Exactly, because again, it comes down to matchups, right? When he goes against when he goes against smaller defenders, he's gonna punish them. But if you have a Jaren Brown who is fast, bigger, stronger, but also taller, right?
Taller.
So the moment you get him away of you, he can always jump out and contest. But most of the time, when Donovan Mitchell goes out on the 3 point line, sometimes the bigs don't go up, but Celtics and switch, right? Regardless. And now you have Drew Holiday guarding you. Come on, man. It's just understandable why he was struggling. They have so many
Yeah.
defenders to throw at him. I think the Celtics have three of the best NBA defenders currently in Derek White, Drew Holiday, and Jaren Brown.
Yeah. From what I saw, man, the Celtics came out on fire. I think I think they were 21 point lead at one point, and they were on fire. Bro, the Celtics shoot threes, bro. A lot of threes.
That's how I
These
told you,
guys
like,
are
you gotta
averaging
figure out their thing. Like, they
threes
know
a
where their
game.
play came from, man.
That's crazy. Like 52 threes a game. If you make 53s in a game times three, that's 150 points. So
Yeah.
essentially, they are playing out of 150 points, bro. Like that's crazy to think of. You can think it's an All-Star game. The Celtics shoot a lot of threes. I mean, I don't want to get the stats right now, but Jason Tatum was like 6 for 8. I mean, Peyton Pritchard like 3 for 4. Everyone has at least like 4 attempted threes, bro. These guys shoot a lot of threes. And essentially, I'm giving the Cavs credit because in the third quarter and fourth quarter, they sort of came back into the game. I think they brought down the 21 point lead to a gap of like two, as small as a 2 point lead. And the problem is that when they got there, they would attack, get a two, Celtics attack, get a three. They attack, get a two, Celtics attack, get a three. Like it's just crazy. Like every time, like
I mean,
Celtics
that's
just
what happened last year
just
in the
like
finals with the
threes.
Mavs.
Exactly. And
Like
if you
Luca
see
will go in that pick and roll, and they'll let him lay up, and then they'll go back and they'll shoot a three.
the
And
three,
you just
like
get threes.
that's because as I say, two possessions of threes and two possessions of twos. You need one more possession of two than someone who's taking two possessions of a three because they already got 6 points. But it just seemed that they tried bringing it close. They tried getting a few threes, but only Donovan Mitchell was the one sort of like carrying them. But whenever it's a 7 point game, they get 2 points, 5 point game. It sort of looks interesting. They come back get a three. They go back get a two. Come back get a three. Now they're already 2 points higher than what they were two
But
positions ago.
also, but also,
So
Malcolm,
they shoot a lot of
think
threes,
about the
man.
matchups again, right? When JT was having their big Jared Allen or George Niang, who is probably their wing a little bit, who can shoot. When he was having them on an island, one on one, guess what? It forced rotations, right? Because he can beat them off the dribble. Now, when you force rotations, oh man, Derek White is waiting somewhere to shoot that thing, and he's not missing, right? So the matchup is also so bad because the Celtics have big wings,
Yeah,
and whenever they get those, and they're fast, right? So whenever they get in on an island and then they just drive, there is a double team or there is a help defender coming, they throw it out, and now
yeah,
ball is moving. The ball is moving. So again, matchups.
yeah. I thought the Celtics looked good today. I thought they looked like the vintage Celtics, like the Celtics we all know.
And also, they
Obviously
wanted to make a statement. Everybody keeps on
obviously,
saying, "Oh,
yeah,
the Cubs are rolling."
obviously the Celtics are vintage with KP, but they looked good today. And this is the Celtics I wanted to see against the Warriors. And you could see the atmosphere today was like kind of good, like everything was
Hey
like
man,
fluid, you
I
know.
know you
But
say you don't
the
like
Warriors game
you like
was
the
so
Warriors,
down.
but you hate the
The Warriors
Warriors.
game was what?
You say you don't hate the Warriors, but you do hate the Warriors.
I don't hate any team, bro. I'm a fan. I'm a fan, bro. I'm a fan
But
of every
you
team, bro.
hate the Warriors. I don't
I
know
just thought
why.
the
So we
Celtics
gotta
game.
investigate.
I thought this is the Celtics I wanted to see against the Warriors because that's what I expected them to see. I mean, you talked about Jason Tatum with the MVP case. I think he's now the third favorite after Jokic and Anthony Davis. You know, he's come out to a great start. He's looking to get the MVP. Obviously, Jalen Brown came today to sort of like he's improved on his game as well. And Jalen Brown improved. I think what hurt him was the NBA All Star being snapped from NBA All Star, then was snapped from the Olympics, from the USA Olympics as well. So he sort of has built his body. He's become more muscular. Improved on his moves, improved on his 3-point shooting. So they've all come out to make a statement that we're still here. So when I saw this game in the first quarter and it was like a 12-point lead, I just knew the Celtics are not going anywhere. And obviously with the amount of threes they're shooting, I mean, come on, like 22 threes out of 50, like 51. 22 threes is crazy. Like teams don't even shoot 23s in a game. They don't
Yeah.
even attempt 23s, and for him, they're making 22 threes. That is crazy. I think there was a stat that came, a graphic that Celtics are 45 in 5 in games they have shot and made above 23s, which means they've only lost 5 out of 50 games in the games they have shot more than 20 and made, not just shooting. But this is crazy. Like the Celtics shoot a lot of threes, and you're not gonna narrow down that lead if you don't shoot threes. So you can keep on getting 2 pointers, this matchup stuff of yours of pick and roll or paint points, blah blah blah. But if you're not making threes against the Celtics, and this is essentially what made them lose the game they lost against the Cavs in the playoffs, is that today the shots they were making, they were missing all of them in the game they lost against the Cavs. And the Cavs, the shots they were missing today, they were making them. But the Cavs today look disorganized, and give Celtics the credit because the Celtics, created all that, that disorganization on the offense, and you talked about it, and I don't want to repeat your words, but give the Celtics credit today. They looked, as you
Yeah.
said, the team to beat from the East, and this is the Celtics I wanted to see, and I hope if Celtics can continue like this, they are definitely the team to beat. Yeah, the Cavs may have a better record. I think now they are 15-1. They've won 15 in a row, right?
Yeah, yeah,
15, yeah.
yeah. Now they're 15-1. They just lost their first loss. This is their first loss, so they're 15
Yeah.
and 1.
I mean, they were never going to reach. I think the record for the past, since it has been the Warriors 24-0, but all time it's like 35 for the Rockets in 1980s, and along those lines. But you're never gonna go 35-0 in the current basketball, let alone 20-0.
It's just
But
impossible.
it was a fun time. But the problem, why the loss is going to hurt them is because it's the in-season tournament, the NBA Cup. That's because now they are 1-1, and Celtics are also 1-1. So maybe it won't really hurt them. But now the Celtics have a higher chance of getting that spot, the top spot, even though the Atlanta Hawks are 2-0. But yeah, the Celtics look good. And give the Celtics credit, as I said, the Cavs their streak is over. Now they dropped 15-1 with their first loss coming today against the Celtics. And yeah, let's see how it goes in terms of the East. What's our next topic? Lakers, baby, the Lakers. King LeBron dropped 3 straight triple dubs. Triple dub was, I forgot, against the teams because the Lakers are playing well. The Lakers are playing well. Let's face it. And
I'm
the
sure
Lakers
they're
are
just
playing
playing
other
stinky
teams.
teams like
The Lakers are
Grizzlies,
playing other
Golden
teams.
Knights.
The Lakers are playing extremely harder teams compared
Like
to what team we know in California is playing. But the Lakers, they have grit. And LeBron, bro, like let's talk about LeBron. Like LeBron is carrying this Lakers team obviously with Anthony Davis because LeBron is 39 years and like 319 days. He's making what, freaking 40 years in like 1 month. Like how is he doing this like day in day out, like 99 out, like bro, that's LeBron is the best ever player at this age. Like the consistency. I mean, he's still a top 5 player even at 40 years. Like that is crazy. Like no one has played up to like 40 years, but because at this level, that's the keyword. LeBron is still dropping triple doubles. Like it's like he's still she should be ashamed of the league because I think we're talking about the next stars of the league being the young players, but it still feels like these guys of LeBron, KD, they are not going away. You understand? I mean, LeBron, Apparently, he still has like 2 years left in him. So this is actually man. Talk about him. Talk about him. Give him some love. Give the God some love. Give him some love.
Look, man, look. In my home country, what we say is that as much as you'd hate a rabbit, there is only one thing you can always admit to. That thing is fast, right? Regardless of how much you hate a rabbit, you can't say that it goes slow because it's really fast. When it comes to LeBron, hey man, you can talk about MJ coming back from retirement and carrying the Wizards to the playoffs, but this man at 40, oh boy, look, the problem is like he's still like usually when guys get old, they're slow, right? They can't jump, or it's this and that. This man is still having
So
the
funny. Yeah,
athleticism of a 16-year-old, bro.
yeah.
15, 19. You're like, hey man, how do you jump like that? And when he runs, bro, he's fast.
It's first.
He's a bullet. Like you don't like
Yeah,
literally, you don't even like it's me if you tell me it's a fast break, give the ball to Leaves. I say, give it to LeBron. He's faster than Austin Reeves, right? But at his age, man, it's just incredible. I think he still has like 3 more years under his belt. If and again, the strength is always there. It's always gonna be there. The IQ is always gonna be there, right? But just the
yeah,
ability to run the flow, the ability to still shoot the ball at the high level. He's shooting the three, I think, at
yeah,
39% or not 40.
yeah. I mean, bro, you saw LeBron like the stats like when the game is finished, LeBron can be sweating, and he's like he's giving it his all, and that's why expectations for teams like Lakers, Celtics, is that every game you play to win, you play to win a championship every year. If you're playing with LeBron like player, I don't want to hear Gabe Vincent dropping 0 points a game because this is a championship winning team. That's the expectation to go in every year. We don't play to get into the playoffs. No, it's to win the chip. So when we don't win the chip, it's a bad season because you're playing LeBron is giving his everything. I mean, the record for triple doubles at this age was 34 years by the coach of Dallas. What's his name? I forgot his name. But Jason Kidd. But
Ah,
LeBron broke it, and now LeBron broke his own record. He broke it at 34. So I mean, first rate triple doubles. He doesn't get any better than that. I mean, LeBron can still drop 40 points, 10 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists. Like it's crazy. And speaking on more of the game context and what happened on the 4 games that we won, I think
no,
Lakers
but
is like
Malcolm, before you get into the games, right? If LeBron James is 45 and I'm starting a team, I'm putting him at point guard and I'm playing him and I know he's going to produce, right? You
yeah.
can play the point until he's 40, bro. 50, hey.
Yeah, LeBron is something else. I mean, he still has that energy, that vigor, that zeal,
And the
that
competitiveness, man.
like when he gets like the ones and he's like like all that, and he's like hyping up the bench. I mean, it's
I
crazy.
think
It's
I
crazy.
think also I think one thing that people don't talk about, I think one thing also that is keeping LeBron going at this age is that there is competition that kind of want to surpass him a little bit, and he's like, I think I can still show these guys that I'm the best, right? And then like because usually like a Kobe, right? He gets to a point where he's like, if I'm just gonna shoot this mid range and make it all the time, what's the point of me staying here? Man, I've gotta get out of here. But LeBron, there is guys who are coming at him like, hey, we want this crown, King. But then he's like, I can't let go, yo. You gotta work for it. You gotta show me that I can't keep it anymore, right? And I think that's one of the things that are motivating him too.
Yeah, I mean, speaking on the game context, on what happened, well, breaking news: Lakers is 18-4 in the last 4 minutes against the San Antonio Spurs,
You
and
watching
we are
it.
leading 23-8, which means we're going to win this game. Go to win or win the NBA Cup, or at the very least, be 2-0 in our group. But going back to the context of what happened in those 4 games, I think the Lakers are unbeaten at home so far. They're undefeated. Um, but we struggled on the road. I think we were like one in like four going into the actual 4 game streak. So we don't know what was happening. What was happening, JJ? What's wrong? Why are you winning at home and losing on the road.
I mean,
But
Malcolm,
ah,
from 26th October, right? I'm gonna tell you the teams you've beat, yeah, and the ones you've lost against, and you tell me that you actually are beating big teams. You beat the
yeah,
Kings, who are struggling.
yeah, big
I mean,
team.
yeah, you beat the Kings, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and then you lost to the Suns, and
We
then
beat
you
the
lost
Suns
to
as
the
well. We beat
Cavs.
them. We beat the Suns.
No, that was like before. I'm saying from 26th October,
All right.
because that's the closest we can go. I think the rest, they are far.
We,
And then you lost to
we
the
lost to
Cavs.
Cavs. Yeah, because Cavs are good.
Oh, you played the Kings who are struggling. You lose to the Suns, who is a big team. You lose to the Cavs, who are a big team. And then
Bro. Kings
you
are not
win
struggling, my
against
guy.
the Raptors.
Kings ain't struggling, bro. Kings ain't
They
struggling.
are.
We
They
always, bro.
are.
We've not beaten Kings in like 10 times, bro. This was AD's first win against Sabonis, so this was a big game for us. Believe
And
it or
that's
not.
okay, but that doesn't win you champions. I'm telling you teams that will put you on a test, right?
And then,
And now you got the Lakers versus Raptors, you beat them,
yeah,
and
that's
then
a
you
small
lose
team.
to the
That's the
Pistons.
Warriors team they beat. Bro, we
Listen,
lost. I told you. I remember. I didn't watch that Pistons game, but whatever happened,
yeah,
we had to get it together, and we got it together clearly, because
uh-uh,
we beat the
uh-uh.
Grizzlies,
No, you didn't, because you lost to the Grizzlies.
but we did beat them.
And then you won against the Sixers, who are struggling.
Yeah, that's
And
true. That's true.
then you beat the Raptors, and then you beat the Grizzlies, and then you beat the
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 Spurs,
San Antonio Spurs, and then
and we
you
beat the
beat the Pelicans, and then you beat the Utah Jazz that you're saying you're going to beat.
We're
So
going to beat
all
you.
the teams that you played against, the biggest team that you won against was the Kings. That's what you
The
claimed.
Grizzlies.
Hell no, the Grizzlies aren't a good team. They're bad.
The Grizzlies are good. The Grizzlies are good. But you just say the Grizzlies beat us.
Yeah,
So we
exactly. You
beat
beat
them
them
as
the
well.
second game though, right?
Yeah, we beat the Timberwolves.
But
We beat
simply
a
you
lot of
beat them
good teams.
simply because Ja is injured now, right? But with Ja, they beat you. That's what
But
I'm
we beat the
telling you. Look,
Timberwolves as
man,
well.
you guys are also playing the stinky games. I think your biggest challenge will come, I think, next week when you play against the Nuggets. Might not be with Joker, so the
We're going to beat the.
Thunder.
I'm going to beat them chicken nuggets, bruh. Don't do
So
that.
there is
We're
there is
going to
the
beat them.
Thunder, there is the Timberwolves, there is the
Bro,
Heat.
stop saying Thunder, bro. I told you Thunder is not. I told you we always beat Thunder. So I'm not, bro. You guys keep
I,
forgetting
I
Thunder is
I
always.
welcome you to beat
We
them
always
this
beat
time.
the.
But anyways,
I
what I
always
want.
ask you why you Lakers always beat the Thunder, but you don't tell me why. We always beat these guys, and that's why when I told you in the playoffs that we should have lost, we should have bottled, we should have thrown that game against Pelicans to play Thunder. Lakers wanted to prove that Lakers didn't want to take the risk of playing a one off game against Kings or Warriors. That's why we had to play and beat, and then versus the Nuggets. But against the Thunder, bro, would be in the conference finals. Would be in the conference finals. The
But
Thunder,
listen, man,
we
you
always
haven't
beat the
played big
Thunder.
teams or
Trust
won
me.
anything against big teams.
What?
You haven't won anything against big teams. So technically,
Bro, the only small teams you have not played, the only small teams you have played are Raptors and Pistons. Every other
you're
team is a big
forgetting the
team.
the, 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 the Jazz, you're forgetting the Spurs, you're forgetting
The
the
Spurs are good.
Kings.
The Spurs are good. You see the team the same. You see the team the same. But let me check. But let me check the teams the Warriors is playing. Bro, you're saying actually decent teams that actually can do something in the playoffs. Let me tell you the teams Warriors has won. The ones that you're saying now we're looking good. Let me let me
You guys,
let me tell you.
you
Let
guys
me
should
let me
shut up.
highlight.
Listen,
Let me
the
highlight.
only people who can speak against
So
the
Warriors
Warriors
have played the
are not
Trailblazers.
the Lakers.
You played the Utah Jazz, you played the Pelicans, you played the Rockets, you played the Wizards, you played the freaking. Okay, you beat the Mavs. I'll give you that. You played the. You're going to play, bro. Grizzlies again. You're talking about Grizzlies for me. What about Grizzlies for you? In fact, you guys actually beat them. Was it on Friday?
Oh yeah, we beat them.
Yeah, but you've been losing to good teams.
Like
The only good team that you beat is Celtics.
Mavs and Thunder.
Clippers have beaten you twice, man. That's crazy.
That's what I told you. Clippers, don't look at the Clippers. But look, man, if I can beat the Celtics and if I can beat the Thunder and
The
if I
Clippers,
can
bro.
beat the Mavs, I feel good.
The Mavs didn't play well. The Mavs didn't play well. The
Bro, they
Celtics were.
almost won, bro. They
I'm not. I'm
almost
not. I'm
tied
not.
that game.
I'm not counting the Celtics game. So if you're thinking about Celtics game, don't brag on it
What
because
is wrong with you?
The
Okay, let's
Celtics didn't
count
play
the
well.
Thunder and then the Rockets are sitting at the 4, right?
Yeah,
They're the 4th, and we beat them too. Ah, come on, we good.
we also beat the Rockets. So
We good, bro.
anyways, um, back to what I was saying about Lakers. Yeah, about Lakers, man. We gotta. I think what's killing us is we get off to slow starts, and I think that's the thing we have always struggled with that from Frank Vogel's time after when he won a championship, and but always the first quarter and the third quarter we always seem to be struggling to always start well, and this is I don't know if it's a curse or something, but yeah, it's like a been a big problem. I
Oh
mean,
man.
we can be leading. I think the game there's a game we just won recently. I think now we've started winning the games on the road because we're like 1-4. But the games we've been winning the last 2 to 3 weeks. The games we've been winning, we're like 20 points ahead, and then in the third quarter we come and we're like down 2 points already in the third quarter, and then in the fourth quarter is when LeBron gives like dagger threes and all that. But it's concerning of how we always start slow in the third and the first quarter, especially the third quarter. I don't know what they do at halftime. I don't know what drinks they refresh themselves with, but if we get that together, I think that's the biggest point of what we do. But you see, the games we always start off well, we barely lose them because we control them. Like that's the one thing we're good at controlling. But the games that you're always chasing back, you're chasing back, you're chasing back, you're chasing, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard, and that's why I'm confident we're going to win tonight. I think we've gotten off to a great start. But wait for third quarter, we may get to a slow start again. I don't know if
What?
maybe NBA players take this for granted, like you have a lead, so they sort of like change like how they play and be less offensive and more defensive, which is not very good. Because when they have a 15-point lead, they don't still play as attacking as they were when they were down 2 points. Maybe that's why we always like wait for their run to happen, and then now we can actually inject our run. I don't know if that's like a thing because in the post-game interviews, you hear the players say that yeah, we need that they're going to establish a run even when we're 10 points ahead. I mean, look at the Celtics game today. Every team is bottling 20 points leads these days. Like these days, like 20-point lead is like a 5 point lead these days. I mean, it's just one single run from a timeout to timeout, and someone is already down 20 points. And then once the next time out, they're already back within 2 points. I don't know if it's like a thing now. Maybe it's a tactic coaches are now using, but you gotta put teams away when you still have the momentum. But whenever we seem to
Yep,
lose momentum, we
absolutely.
always go down, and then again always struggle to bring us back. Which is why LeBron is always like freaking sweating like he's showering after the game. But that's the only thing we need to get together. If we get that together, the slow starts. Even if it was our problem with Davinham, I mean the slow starts every time out we start slow. We take like a couple of minutes to actually get rhythm. But you need to come out with rhythm. And when you have the momentum, put teams away, you know. But I don't know. That's one thing. If JJ really can work on that, hey, we solid. And with that, I'm looking at this and I'm saying we've actually beaten good teams so far. These are the games that Lakers was gonna lose last year. Every time we're in clutch time, we always win clutch time games. But every time we were like down like 15 points, that was like a foregone conclusion. We're going to lose those games. But this time I'm seeing we're winning those games. We're coming back. Obviously we've always had LeBron and Anthony Davis, and those two players are going to win new games. But now I feel like it's getting better. The games we were supposed to lose, I think we're now winning those games. And the games we're losing now, it's like something just didn't happen offensively the whole night, not just a single play in, play out. And that's so encouraging because when I didn't watch the Pistons game, but if I watched the Piston games, I'm sure everyone dropped like stinkers. Everyone was like, tired or something. But that's not an excuse. You shouldn't be losing to the Pistons. I don't care if you want to talk about matchups, blah blah blah. I don't care. You shouldn't be losing to the Pistons.
No, I don't.
Respectfully,
I actually think the reason why you guys lost against the Pistons was they didn't have anybody to guard that guy Ken Cunningham.
all due respect,
They
Lakers has a better offensive pieces than Kate Cunningham. So I get the whole point of not
no,
having the
but I'm
defensive
saying
piece,
but I'm
but your
saying because
offensive authority should be higher than their offensive authority. Because it's the NBA, every player is good. Every player, every team has a player who's good. Bring me any team that you think doesn't have a good player offensively. Every player has those one or two players that are gonna drop at least 20 points in a game, however bad the team is, because it's the NBA. Everyone
so
is
what's
good.
the problem?
So I
Okay,
get
what's
it.
the problem when I tell you that the Pistons had Kate Cunningham beating the Lakers simply because the Lakers couldn't beat them offensively? What would they have done better? AD couldn't go against the guy. I don't know his name. They have a big. he's built like a Draymond, but taller. Yeah,
Mm.
exactly. So AD had so much trouble against him because you see how Draymond can just grab for you and just be in your space all the time. He does the same thing, but he's taller. So AD wasn't having as much success. And they tried going through LeBron, but they just
I
had no
mean,
success.
I
Tough.
think he's called who? They now have Tim Hardaway Jr., who was from the Mavs. They have Tobias Harris, who
Yep.
was from the
Sixers.
Sixers, and now Jalen Duren. I think it's Jalen Duren. You mean maybe the
No,
center?
there is. Okay, how many? Look for their bigs.
But you said the Lakers game. I'm looking at the Lakers game. I see Jalen Duren and the rest are bench players. Malik Beasley, Isaiah Stewart, who likes fighting, Ron Holland, Simon Fontecchio. So it's either Isaiah Stewart or Jalen Duren.
Okay, it's
Isaiah
the
Stewart,
Jalen guy. It's the Jalen guy because Stewart, I think, I don't know what happened to him. He played, I think, like the first 2 minutes of the second
Stewart is the
quarter.
guy
I
who
don't
likes
know.
fighting.
Yeah.
The guy who likes bleeding on court after fighting. Yeah,
But yeah,
but
okay, you all have been doing a little bit, but you ain't have seen no.
we've done absolutely well. As I said, we just need to get the slow starts away, and the slow starts coming off a third quarter, especially third quarter, not the first quarter. And people like Gabe Vincent, bro. I talked about him, bro. Bro, you gotta step up, bro. Bro, you talked about he doesn't get game time, doesn't get the ball enough. Well, what happened? He became the starter. What happened when he became the starter? He dropped stinkers. So go back to the freaking bench, my guy. So
I mean, look,
I don't,
you still need him
bruh.
for his defense. I think you still need him for his defense. But the second thing is that, just so you know, people have been showing the same frustration in the comments against that post I made, or you speaking about. They were like,
Miami
"Yeah,
scumbags.
man, I feel you." I'm like,
Miami
"Oh my
scumbags
God."
because that year that Dear Vincent and Caleb Williams were shooting lights out in the playoffs. Caleb is now shooting lights out. But this guy, bro, every time Game Vincent takes a three, I'm like, oh my god, couldn't you have given it to someone better? He's always breaking the shots. He's prime Clay Thompson last year. So this guy, bro, he needs to go back. He needs to go back. I don't know what they did, but Jared Vanderbilt, I don't know what type of injury you got, bro. I don't know what type, but you gotta become healthy. He got injured when I was watching the Lakers game at TD Garden. That was like freaking what 7 months ago. And
Mhm.
so what happened? How come he's still injured up to now? Like how? He
It
needs to get healthy.
happened.
He needs to get healthy. Because people like Dave Vincent, they ain't doing anything. So we need his defense to cover for
I
his
feel like
loss.
he's gonna be better as he plays in
Nah,
the rotation.
bro, you've said that since last year. What you said,
I
bro?
mean, he didn't play as much, Malcolm. Think
Well, he
about this,
became a
right?
starter. He became a
And
starter.
he's still studying, isn't he?
Well, now he's not starting because JJ Reddy was like, hell no, get out of here. Get
But
out.
I think that's gonna come back and bite in the back, JJ Redick, because the moment
Nah.
you don't have no continuity, then people cannot build chemistry.
Well, now he's starting Cambridge. Well, it has worked
That's
out
I
because
think that's a better start. Yeah, I think
he's
that's a
won
better start when you start
yeah,
Cam
because he's
Reddish.
won the first 3 games now that he's begun that. We are 3 game winning streak now. And after tonight,
I actually
so
don't know why they never started him. Is it health? Why?
this freaking what's his name? The D'Angelo Russo. Russell. Did you see that? I saw it on Instagram. I didn't watch that. I didn't watch the play. But there was a play where Russo he got the ball, he
You
missed
call
the
him
three,
Russell.
he came back, they came back, they blew him by, and then they kicked it out, and then they went that three, he got the ball, he beat his man, he went, instead of attacking, he still made a step back against the guy who was very tall, and then he was blocked, and then these guys got the ball. It was the Grizzlies the time they beat us. These guys they came back, and they got the three, and then they really got like
Oh yeah, he hit the floor. I was like, JJ is going to hell right now.
Get out of here! And he bench Russell for the rest of the game. You're like, get out of here! Like that play was so funny and so frustrating at the same time. After that, Dangerous has not been a starter. Well, and clearly it has worked out because the guy is actually dropping like some nice threes for us when we actually need them. So and he kept and Cam Reddish, he's not gonna give you more than 10 points. at least, but he's gonna play better defense than D'Angelo Russo.
Yeah, but the second thing is when you put on Reddick is now you don't have two people on the top of the key. You have only one ball handler, and if you don't want him to handle the ball, you can just throw it in LeBron's hand, because Cam Reddish can just go in the corner and wait for that three, which D'Angelo doesn't do, right? So it's a plus for you defensively and offensively because now you have more space to operate. But D'Angelo Russell isn't going in the corner. He's just gonna stay. If he doesn't have the ball, he's not cutting. He's not doing shit. So sorry,
Yeah.
but you know it's a better start for them.
Well. Clearly, JJ has solutions to find questions to answer.
But
Because
it's gonna be hard then
um
for the bench.
yeah, because now that's why it's better now because D'Angelo Russell is leading our bench now. He's like coming off the bench and he's helping our bench team. He's like our leading our second unit. But it's definitely questions to answer because Cam Reddish is better defensively than D'Angelo Russell, but Russo is better offensively than Cam Reddish. So it depends on the systems, on the units, and some rotations. But that's why he's paid the big bucks to figure out the solutions to the problems and to figure out how to balance the team better, whichever way it might be. But in whatever way it is, at least we know that we have consistent players in the two players within LeBron and Anthony Davis. So whatever he tries to figure it out, and I think Austin Reeves has now cemented his place. Austin Reeves has impacted this game on a higher level. But for the rest of the other two guys, a couple of games Hachimura is also being benched. A couple of games he's been in and out, injured, so he's not really established yet other fourth spot. After the top three guys I talked about, but as long as we get the wins are what matter. But yeah, JJ Redick definitely has some answers to some questions to answer, and excuse me, but we'll see how it happens. But Claret, let's have a quick word in 4 minutes about the before we get into the Nuggets. So Tyrese Maxey came out with comments that Joel Embiid is being late for everything and he needs to step up. He's being late for meetings, he's being late for trainings, he's being late for everything. So what is happening in Sixers? Sixers have the tied for the worst record in the league, 2-11. What is happening?
I haven't seen that comment. It might have been a joking comment, but also sending a message at the same time. It wasn't like I'm calling out him like this, but I do think they need to figure out something. Now that you have Paul George, you have Maxi, and you have Embiid, you have no excuse. Absolutely no excuse.
Yeah, well, they've not played a game together yet.
That's another problem.
It's like
That's another problem, and the
it's
problem
like,
that you cannot just get a solution for right away.
yeah, it's like imagine having like a team of like Jamorant, Kawhi, Embiid, who else is never available?
Ben Simmons,
Who? Yeah,
Bayern
Ben
and
Simmons.
Simmons.
Like imagine having such a team, bro. Ben Simmons was the number one pick a couple of years ago. I don't know what happened to him. Joel
No,
Embiid
I
was a
think they're
couple.
playing better now. I think they're good now. They're
He's
doing
playing.
better.
Ben Simmons is alright.
Yeah.
Nice, but he's gonna get injured. But Embiid needs to figure it out, bro. But I'm also not sure in which context he used it. I've just seen NBA Today react to it, and I'm not watched the video. But whatever is going on, these guys are not playing well. Clearly, they're 2-11, and the record does not lie. But let's have a word on the Denver Nuggets. The Denver Nuggets. I told you they're heavily carried by Jokic. Without them,
Everybody knows that.
they're not doing well. I think they've lost the last 2 games in a row. They're in and out. People think they are actually a good team, but I don't know. I'm not convinced in the Denver Nuggets anymore. I feel like even when Jokic is there, he's like the only one who's playing. After they lost those two guys who are very vital in their championship run 2 years ago, in Uncle Jeff and who did they lose apart from Jeff?
Corwell Pop.
Yeah,
And
no,
Bruce
Kyle
Brown.
Pop was last year,
And Bruce
but
Brown.
yeah, Bruce Brown. That's the name. They have not really figured it out together. And even if they're in and out, they haven't hit the height definitely as they hit 2 years ago. Yeah, what do you think?
Hey man,
Catch up, say?
Jokic, Joker is the system, and when you break down the system, everything goes down.
Everything breaks. Yeah, but Jokic is good. Like, I mean, he's averaging a triple double. Like, that's
That's,
crazy.
that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm
I
saying.
know,
He's the
I
system.
know, I know, I know. But now it seems normal. Jokic is averaging a triple double. But do you know what it means? Having 29 points,
It's
11
crazy.
rebounds, 13 assists.
It's crazy.
Like, Eddie can average a double double of 29 points and 11 assists, but he got 11 rebounds, but not 29, 11, and 13. Like that's crazy. I mean, Jokic is the best player in the league, like unanimously, and he's going to win MVP again. Unfortunately,
I mean, if I'm Jokic, I'm like, hey man, I'm going back to ride my horses, bro.
and
No one can stop me.
it
This is
doesn't feel fair
nothing.
because Jokic doesn't act like someone who actually wants the MVP. Like he's just playing. Like we need,
So this is
you know,
this is like always my conflict. Like he'd be dropping all these big numbers, and you're looking like,
yeah,
bro, how did you do that? He doesn't look
yeah.
set
It's
up.
like
He just looks easy. He's walking.
because Jokic can drop 35 points, 20 rebounds, 20 assists. And you're like, what? Bro, how many minutes did you play? Did you play freaking 80 minutes rather than 32 minutes? Like, he can drop all these big numbers. And you're like, what? But that's why the league, that's why, like American media is trying their best to, like, hype up Shai, to hype up Luka, to hype
Mm.
up Anthony Edwards, because they want such people to win the MVP. Not people like Jokic, bro. We want the next piece of the league. That's what the American media is trying to do, and rightly so. Not Jokic, man. Like, and it's sad that he's leading the MVP, which is why Eddie needs to stay consistent, or Jason Tatum, and go for that MVP. But anyways, guys, the Lakers are playing just today. We hope they win, and we will see you
Next
when
week
when next week. Yeah, or this weekend,
or this weekend,
depending
yeah.
on the circumstance. But thank you guys for watching this episode. It was fun to have you again. And that wraps it up. Goodbye from me. Don't forget to subscribe, like, follow, share on our social media platforms, Instagram, YouTube, and now we have a TikTok channel and I believe a
Yeah.
Facebook channel. So we're everywhere. So don't forget to do that. But thank you for supporting us. Without you, we wouldn't be here. Thank you for all the support we do for us, and we appreciate it. Thank you guys again. Goodbye from me.
All right. All right.